2020, it has been a weird year for everything, but especially for movies. Theaters have been shut down, movies have been pushed back months and even years.
Last week, Warner Brothers Studio dropped a bombshell announcement. All of their 2021 movies will be released on HBO Max the same exact day they come to theaters.
Wow, to help us sort it all out from the website, Paul's Trip to the Movies, we welcome Paul McGuire Grimes to the show.
Paul, break this WB HBO Max deal down. This is big.
Yeah, so instead of going to a theater if you don't feel comfortable or if your theater is closed, Warner Brothers will be putting all of their big movies, their big tentpole movies on HBO Max for the entire 2021 calendar. And it really actually will kick off this Christmas with Wonder Woman 1984. And these won't come with an upcharge like we saw for Mulan. So if you subscribe to HBO Max, you will be able to see these movies. You will be able to watch Wonder Woman on Christmas or In the Heights next year or Dune next October. So they're really changing the game with this streaming. So everything, I don't want to pay for another one. Can I get it for a discount? They are offering a 20% coupon right now if you see it on Facebook, or a lot of phone companies offer HBO Max as part of their plan.
Right,
so
it's a way to get them.
Maybe you can get a plan with HBO Max.
Okay, you mentioned Into the Heights there. So speaking of musicals, there is a new one on Netflix right now. It's called The Prom, and Paul, lucky guy, talked to the stars. Take a look.
Hello, interweb. My name is Emma Nolan, and I'm 17.
Joellen, this is your very first movie. When did it sink in that you'd be acting alongside Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, and Kerry Washington amongst the rest of this phenomenal cast?
Oh, I mean, it's still like every single day, like all that I had on set working with all of them was like the best day of my life. And it truly it took a while for me to just, like calm down on the inside and not totally like do like an internal scream every time I saw them.
I just want to go to prom like any other kid.
Now, Ariana, you have a variety of Broadway credits to your name. Did you get a chance to see The Prom while it was running? And did you know that you wanted to be a part of it some way, in some fashion?
Oh, I saw The Prom 3 times.
Nice.
And I stood for 2 of them. Standing room only, honey. I loved the show. I loved it so much. I laughed, I cried. I loved looking around and seeing how many different types of people there were in the audience.
This is the part where we roll up our sleeves and we put on a prom with our own bare hands.
If there's anything that I want the young audiences especially to take away from, is that their chosen family is out there too.
I think this film is a beautiful display of the fact that the happy ending is possible. And I know we're coming off of, living in a very strange time, and hopefully we're moving into more of a time where we can continue to have this conversation around acceptance and tolerance and compassion. But overall, and most importantly, rather, the happy ending is possible.
Okay.
Well, that looks fun.
Now, Paul, you always have to play nice when you talk to the folks. Otherwise, you'd be a Zoom call guy. What did you think of the movie?
I really love this movie. I mean, I'm a big Broadway fan, and if you like musical theaters, you will love this because it's a big, flashy, extravagant movie musical. And when you have Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, Kerry Washington in this movie, it's hard not to fall into messages of love, acceptance, and inclusivity, and they're really what we need to hear right now. And it kind of has a full vibe to it, so there's going to be a lot of topical conversations in there.
Footloose, yeah.
But it's for the whole family, and you will have the music stuck in your head afterwards.
How many ticket stubs for this one, Paul?
So 4 out of 5 ticket stubs for
That's
The
pretty
Prom
good.
on Netflix right now.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, that's not the only group of movie stars you chatted with this week. Here is the cast of I'm Your Woman.
Is anybody looking?
Everyone's looking, and they're looking for you too.
I really had no idea where this was going half the time, and there's so many revelations that took me by surprise. Did you have that same reaction when you read the script?
I did. I think it's full of secrets for like half of the script. In fact, that was my first thing. I had a bunch of questions, and it's and I feel like the character of Jean is sort of like I guess she asks all these questions that we have,
We actually, on this film, because we knew that we wanted to be in the perspective of the main character who was in the dark about so many things, we wrote the whole history of all of the characters and had this like Bible alongside us as we were writing out Jean's story.
Why did Art show me how to use a gun? I just thought you should be prepared for what comes next. What comes next?
Rachel, you've spent the last few years playing Midge Maisel, which I love so much. But how hard was it to leave her behind? Because I really never saw her come through as Jean. Like, there's no similarities between these two characters.
Jean is very, very different from any role I've played before, and that was one of the biggest appeals. But certainly coming straight out of, we finished shooting the 3rd season of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. We were already in pre-production, so I was kind of acting by day and producing I'm Your Woman by night. Then we went out to Pittsburgh, and I was a little bit concerned about finding the time and the space to fall into Jean's internal rhythm. This is a journey about women between Jean and Terry realizing that they belong to themselves and that they have this power inside of them.
Whoa, looks intense.
Yeah.
Paul, what'd you make of the flick?
I really dug this one. There are so many unexpected twists and turns, and it's great to see Rachel Brosnahan in a completely different role than we're used to her from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And I love supporting female filmmakers, and Julia Hart does a really good job here for taking that kind of 1970s crime drama, where you typically have like the standard housewife, and here she gives Rachel Brosnahan this really kind of strong, powerful, intuitive, I'm going to make it work, and I'm going to be on the run type of vibe to it. I really dug it.
How many ticket stubs, Paul?
4 out of 5 for I'm Your Woman as
right.
well. It's nice and empowering too, and that's on Amazon Prime as well.
Okay.
Awesome. Paul, good to connect with you as always. Happy Friday. Have a good movie watching weekend. Visit Paul's website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for updates on movies and streaming services. You can also listen to Paul on the Colleen and Bradley Show on My Talk 107.1 every Friday, or watch him on his YouTube channel, also called Paul's Trip to the Movies.
He's a busy guy. TCL's Movie Trip is brought to you by Muska Lighting. Now is a great time to shop at Muska Lighting because you can take 30 to 50% off specially marked items in store during their display sale. You can shop their locations in Roseville or Eden Prairie, and these discounts are for in-store items only. And again, only select items are available at a discount. You can also shop online for other great products at muskalighting.com.
Still to come, what you could put on your TV this holiday season that perfectly sums up 2020. Stick around for that.
Thanks to Muska Lighting for sponsoring TCL's Movie Trip. Replace old and dated fixtures with a new light and change the look and feel of your home. Our mudroom fixture from Muska Lighting is a total showstopper. We get compliments from everyone who walks through the door. Talk to the experts at Muska Lighting in Roseville and Eden Prairie for help finding the perfect light for you.